Pretend there's a super cool animation here. Whoa, whoa. Hey guys, I'm Yeom. I'm a new creator diving into Deadlock, the latest game from Valve, the legends behind Dota 2, TF2, and CSGO. I wanted to make this video to help people actually understand and enjoy Deadlock. A lot of players say it's too hard, too chaotic, but honestly, once you get the hang of it, it's really not that bad. It's a clean mix between a Moba and a shooter, kind of like a Paragon meets better movement and much more refined aiming. And I genuinely just want to see this game grow as massive as it deserves to be. Now, I'm not some sort of esports pro, but I've been climbing the ranks and learning how this game really works under the surface. And honestly, there's a lot of potential here. But also, a lot of players are lost. Deadlock is new, complex, and right now the community is still figuring things out, and I want to debunk any myths or misconceptions on the game. So whether you're trying to climb ranks, learn a new hero, or just figure out why you keep dying, I got you covered. So, with that being said, welcome to Deadlock. Alright guys, so as we launch Deadlock, we're going to be here in our hideout. Spacious, great vibe. I'm going to go right to the learn to play. So you're going to see here, as classic Valve tutorials are, it's really basic stuff. Kind of vague, tells you the controls, tells you nothing really about the game and how to properly play it. So, I'm going to make my way to the right here on the watch side. You can see you can spectate thousands of matches. It's great to compare to yourself, find certain heroes, and just see what they're doing. It's a great tool. Now, as I make my way to the right side here, the atrium, this is going to be the area where you can buy items, test damage, and all that good stuff. So, I'm immediately going to the heroes here. I'm going to go through them one by one so you can see their vibe, kind of just look at their imagery. And as this is going, I'm going to kind of talk about the categories of roles here. It's going to be carry, tank, initiator, and support. These roles are really in-depth, and I'm probably going to do them in a new video because I can really yap about these. So to save your time and a long video, I'm just going to finish this up, and we're going to move on right into the practice range or sandbox, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to keep looking around here, see the vibe of this place. I'm going to go right into sandbox. So right here. Alright guys, awkward voiceover time. As you can see here, there's 3 stamina bars right under your crosshair, 1, 2, and 3. These are used for any kind of movement abilities. Dashing, double jumping, wall bouncing, even dash jumping. If you use all 3, can't do any other movement abilities until they recharge. I'm going to go ahead and turn on fast stamina here so you can see how it looks. When you dash like this, you can actually hold crouch afterwards to do a little slide, which helps you carry momentum and extend your movement combos. You can air dash into a slide, double jump, or even jump and dash downward while in the air. Deadlock gives you a lot of movement freedom, letting you really express yourself and maneuver around the New York map smoothly. Here I'm going to show off dash jumps into slides. All you got to do is dash, jump at the right time, and then slide. This game will let you know if you mistime it, you get the rhythm down. Now for the wall jump segment. If you hug the wall and press space right after, you'll jump right off it. See here? Jump, and that's a wall jump. You can also hold Q for a heavy melee dash to reach the ledge, like so. And here. Heavy melee dashes are a great way to provide damage to enemy heroes and give you a little dash to catch any ledges you want to hit. I'll show you a little quick instant replay right here for you. And a quick little show off here. I can wall bounce off this. Dash into the building again, wall bounce again, jump and mantle up, and just like that, I'm up the building. Deadlock allows so many cool movement techs that people are still finding out to this day. And for this last segment, punching. You can heavy punch by holding Q. This gives you a lot of damage, but you can also light punch by just pressing Q. Hold Q, heavy punch. Light punch, press Q. While you heavy punch, it also gives you a very long dash, but it's very telegraphed. You can dodge it or parry it. By parrying, you can press F like this. You'll have a little blue aura around you. You can counter any punch, be it light or heavy. See here, I eat the damage, but if I press F right now, I can counter him and stun him for a few seconds. Now, if I were to stun him, I can get 2 punches in if I'm really precise about it. If I miss my parry, I can't parry for a few seconds and I can get a lot of damage put into me. So for an example, I parry this, punch him a few times, shoot him a bit, and that's a lot of free damage you can get in, especially if they just randomly throw out these punches. So now that we got past all the basics, let's go to the map and I will tell you how to transition these basic controls into good fundamentals so you can have a good time in New York City. Let's go. So as we load into the map here, I'm going to head over to the blue lane. In this segment, I want to cover what this map has to offer. Things like minions, soul mechanics, jungle camps, sinner sacrifices, buffs, and the mid-boss. These are all important fundamentals to understand before we even start encountering other players. Now, when I sit here, you're going to see I have 4 abilities: Death Slam, Flog, Grapple, and Ground Strike. These abilities define your character's playstyle and determine how you maneuver both in lane and throughout the game. You'll notice each ability has a small box underneath it. Those represent your ability points, which are used to upgrade each skill. The 5th ability is always going to be the most powerful and game-changing one. It's usually what your entire build revolves around. Now, you might be wondering, how do I get these ability points? How do I upgrade these? We need to do that through boons and obtaining souls. So we'll go ahead, let you read through some more of these boxes before I get right into boons. Right here. Now, when it comes to boons, when you kill minions, grab crates, farm jungle, you're gonna get souls. And with each soul upgrade, as you can see here, 300 to next, it's gonna give you a bunch of special effects. More HP, more spirit, more bullet damage, and more melee damage. Each of these upgrades differentiate from hero to hero. Some might get resistances, some might get more movement speed, so on and so forth. You have to hover and check it out. But it's a great way to upgrade yourself and get lots of good stats. So we're going to go ahead and spawn in and take a look at what a minion looks like. This right here is one of our troopers. He's going to run down the middle lane, meet the enemy troopers at the exact same time, and if there's anything in his way, go right to the tower and attack it. Now, when he dies with a hero around like that Infernus guy over there, he's going to drop a soul. You want to make sure you shoot that and get a nice exclamation point. Doing so denies half the money the enemy would have gotten and instead puts it in your pocket. You won't see souls appear here since we're in a practice game, but I'll show you examples of that later on. So I'm going to go back here and spawn a minion to show you how the soul denying works. So when you go ahead and shoot one of these minions, you want to make sure you shoot these orbs as fast as possible. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to start shooting him here, getting his candlestick down, and watch now. You see here it's going to be a black orb. This right here means nobody can shoot it. You can't, neither the enemy team. It's going to start to flow up, and you'll see here it's going to change now. When it's this color, it means you can shoot it. The enemy team probably has about half a second when they can't shoot it and then they can, which means when you kill the enemy minion, it gives you the advantage on your end. Now, if you're not paying attention, the enemy guy can notice this and deny it. You'll get some money stolen from you, so you want to make sure when a minion dies, or if there's a soul around, you have at least one bullet in your clip to hit the soul. Otherwise, if you're caught reloading, it's going to take it and deny it and steal some of your money. Now this next minion is going to be a special kind. It's called the medic, or the support minion. This guy will heal you about 40 HP every 8 or 9 seconds. When that flag turns white, he'll send out a healing beam, restoring a nice chunk of your health. These medics are important, and you want to kill the enemies as fast as possible while protecting your own. That way you can milk as much as healing as you want from that guy. On to the next money method. Boxes, breakables. They spawn at the 2-minute mark, and these guys have a chance to give you a lot of money when you can weave them in between your gameplay. When there's no minion wave to farm, when you're transferring from lane to lane, they have about a 60% chance of netting you some souls. They start around 28 souls at the 2-minute mark. They can gradually go up 2.6 souls per minute, which means at a 30-minute game, you have a chance of 101 souls coming out of one crate, which adds up gradually. Although keep in mind, these guys take about 3 minutes to respawn once broken. So, moving on. The other main method of earning money is through the jungle, also known as denizens. This here is a small camp. These camps offer a small amount of souls and are great for farming right when they spawn at the 2-minute mark. They're mainly used to weave in a bit of extra income into your build. You actually hit both these enemies at once using a heavy punch to make clearing them even faster. Just like breakables, these camps scale up with time, so I'll put that info here on the screen. Next up is the medium camp. As I walk back, you can see its icon on the map. It's a triangle with one line on it. These guys are tougher to kill, but drop about 1.5 times the amount of souls compared to the small camp, so they're well worth it. You can see here, after I finally take this one down, it got about 88 souls. Also, keep in mind, if you shoot them in the eye, it counts as a critical hit, which helps speed things up. Now, the level 3 denizens, or the large camp. It's right behind me here. This one drops a lot of souls, but takes much longer to kill. Just to show the difference, I'll go ahead and finish him off right now. Watch this. He drops a nice 242 souls. So as you can see, jungle camps are an excellent way to make a lot of money if you manage your time well. But I'm going to go ahead and pause right here. Let me show you something. See this orb hanging behind me? This is my unsecured souls. You can get these by farming the jungle, breaking crates, defeating sinners. Unsecured souls still count toward your overall boosts and levels. But if you die, you'll drop all of them. And anyone, even the enemy, can pick them up. So always make sure to spend your money at the shop before you risk donating it to the other team. Alright, let me go over this real quick. This here is a golden statue, similar to the crates, but these have a chance to give you buffs instead of souls. The possible buffs include fire rate, max ammo, cooldown reduction, weapon damage, max health, and finally spirit power. We just got spirit power, which works perfectly for us since all of our abilities scale with spirit power. The more we have, the more damage we deal. So whenever you see one of these statues, make sure to shoot and break it. All the stats it gives are additive, permanent, and they scale over time. Now to my favorite, sinner sacrifices. Also known as the jackpot, the lottery, whatever you call them, these things offer a huge amount of souls. As I walk up to this one, you'll notice a set of lights up top. Here's what you want to do. Hold Q to perform a heavy melee and hit it 4 times. 2, 3, and 4. The lights are going to start cycling and you want to land your heavy melee right when it hits that 3rd light. So when it lines up, go ahead and do it. It's going to give you 4 random stat buffs. These are an excellent way to earn a bunch of money and upgrades quickly. You can finish one of these in just a few seconds and keep moving throughout the game without losing any momentum. They spawn at the 8-minute mark and they appear as squares on the map. There's a total of 10 sinners across the map, and just like the breakables, they scale over time. Now, I'm going to head over to the left and show you the buffs. I'm going to wall bounce off this, mantle up, and right here is the jump pad that takes us straight into the buff area. So if I were to hit this pad and jump up, it's going to launch me right to the spot where I can heavy melee. Now, buffs and Deadlock are immediate upgrades to your character's skills. I'll put all 4 buff types on the screen so you can read through them and save some time. Each one gives you an instant advantage in the game for 160 seconds, making a great way to supercharge your gameplay. You can grab one of these buffs and immediately start ganking, or use it to help stay alive longer in fights. The last buff I want to talk about is the rejuvenator. You get this by killing the mid boss. Go to mid or blue, head down these stairs, and in 10 minutes you're going to see lots of nice boxes and statues. Make sure to grab these when the time hits, but now mid boss. Now typically you need your team here to help kill this guy, but I'm just going to make myself overpowered and spam this ability a million times. So when you finally kill this guy, this green crystal drops down. You cannot hit it while it's descending, and can only be taken by heavy meleeing it. Enemies can steal this if they get down into the pit. Now why this buff is so important is that it gives percentage health, fire rate, and spirit damage. And it will also revive you after you die. All of this lasting 4 minutes. You get 3 crystals for your team, and once you die and use a crystal, you cannot revive again. So for this next segment, and hopefully the last part of this very long video, let's talk about the soul urn. The soul urn is another major objective you can focus on, aside from destroying towers, farming the jungle for money. When the game clock hits 10 minutes, the soul urn spawns and can be picked up. Once you grab it, you'll see a number. This one says 930, although usually the first urn contains around 3,000 souls. After picking it up, the urn will mark a delivery location on the opposite side of the map. Since both teams are currently even in souls, 400 to 400, the drop-off point will be directly mirrored across the map. However, if the enemy team has 15% more souls than your team does, the urn drop-off will be closer to your base, making it easier for your team to secure and harder for the enemy team to contest. Plus, whoever picks up the soul urn gains increased movement speed, slow resistance, bullet resistance, and spear resistance. But the caveat is they cannot shoot or use abilities, only punch. Now, I'll take this across the map so you can see what happens. When I deposit the urn, it immediately pays off half of the total souls to the entire team, while the other half appears as floating orbs that your team can secure. Plus, since I'm the one who delivered the urn, I also earn a ability point and a bonus payout worth about 25% of the urn's total value. Soul urns are a great comeback mechanic for your team when you're behind in total souls, and they're also a way to force team fights if the enemy decides to contest. It's always worth going for soul urn. It helps your team stay ahead and keeps the pressure on the enemy. And to that finally concludes an extremely long segment of just being in New York City. The Deadlock map has tons to offer, a virtual sandbox of comeback, soul making, and just a lot of cool plays waiting for you out there. Now, as I make this video, I realize that is a lot of information. It's a lot to take in, and you may be feeling a little intimidated. All I gotta say is, it's not that bad when you start playing. I didn't have a guide like this when I started. I just loaded up and I grueled through the first 100 or 200 games until I really said, hey, this game isn't that hard. So hopefully this video helps you realize the basics of this game so you can really have a good foundation and explore the options this game can give you. So many creators have really cool movements, hero techs, godlike aim compared to me, and I'll make more videos later on guys on heroes and advanced techs.
Oh, I can't bag them.
Just play the game. Go out there, load the bot match, find a buddy, duo queue, and really try and find a character you vibe with and just play the game. Don't care about the loss, don't care about the flaming, none of that.
I bagged them and didn't
and
even
no
die
matter
for
what,
later. Fuck
I'm
that
Yeom,
shit.
and you will always be welcome to Deadlock.
Are you kidding? You just saved me. I'm free.